So, Ironman Texas, is it a big one for you?
Yeah, massive race, Texas is. Like, been training pretty hard over the winter. I was going to start my season with the ITU World Long Distance Champs, but Texas is looking good, training's been going really well, so definitely looking forward to that one. And the regional champs, I've never won a regional champs before, so it would be amazing to be able to tick that off the box and take my first regional championship title. Right guys, first Ironman as a dad, incoming. 13 days to Ironman Texas. It's the next big race on the cards. Originally my first race of the year was going to be the ITU World Long Distance Champs in Ibiza, which is I think May the 7th, but training had been going really well. And I thought, you've only got so many chances to race a year. If you're feeling good, training's been going well, you might as well get out there and race. So I entered Ironman Texas, I think it was end of March. End of March, basically just before the cut-off. And 13 days out now. We're going to do the last big session, which is going to be a 176k ride I've mapped out. First 80k's is flat, just a few little undulations. Quite nice though, because we head to the coast, so it makes for some nice scenery. And then we've got some hills on the Norfolk coast. I know some of you are going to think, hills in Norfolk, it's not a thing. It is a thing if you go to the coast, not massive, don't get me wrong, they're not going to trouble Alpe d'Huez or threaten anything like that, but they're pretty punchy. 3 minutes, 4 minutes if you ride pretty hard, so really good for doing like a bit of VO2 or above threshold work. So I think I've got 5 hills maybe, so I ride up one, back down it along to the next one, etc. And I'll probably try and hold over 400 watts, that'll be the target, up each of them climbs. And then I'll do 2 efforts after that. Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So we've got 80k's first, then we hit the hills, then I'll do probably 6 efforts in amongst 30k's, probably a ride, and that takes up to 110k's, where I'll probably have done 5, 6, 400 plus watt efforts. So nothing too hard, but still hard. You're working, you're breathing hard. If I feel good, I'll try and push it harder, 450. Depends how the legs are feeling really. And then after that, probably 5-6 minutes easy after the last climb. Then I'll do an effort to faking them, is about 130k's in. So maybe a 20-minute effort. Then when I get there, I'll do one last effort, which I know is about 25 to 30k's. That'll probably take about 35 minutes, I think. And that brings us on the edge of Norwich. About 165k's in, then about 165k's in. Then it's just a cruise through the city to where I'm going to start the run, about 10 kilometres. Then when we get off the bike, it's going to be 3x5k. Ideally under 17-minute 30 pace. If it's close to 17s, that would be great. I want to run pretty fast. I don't want to kill myself, but it wants to be well above Ironman race pace. And I'll do 1k jog in between, probably around 4-minute 420k pace, I guess. And then I might make it up to 20k with the warm down, which will double up as my long run as well. Not a massive long run, I know some of you are thinking, but that's just what seems to work for me. And if you can run a good 20k off the 175k, then I know I'll be good for race day. 42k's, it's worked in the past before. So we'll see how it goes. The main thing is seeing what the pace of these efforts are. I know from experience, from around 17 minutes or 16:40, then I'm going well. If I'm running 18 minutes, I'm probably going to go like shit in Texas. So we'll find out. New little bottle for the run.
Little bottle?
Yeah, just to put in my tri-suit. Well, actually saying that I ain't going to have a tri-suit, but practice. I'm not going to wear a tri-suit for this, but practice drinking.
What does it hold? Or how much does it hold?
You can hold about 200 mils, something like that, 150, 200 mils. So guys, this year I've been using fast food nutrition products. I met Adam in Kona last year and was really impressed with the stuff. He gave me a few tasters out there and then sent me some stuff to try and train in to see how I got on with it. And I found it really good. So today I'm going to be using some of their stuff. So we've got these gummy things which taste amazing. For a laugh, he did them like pizza and stuff like that, shapes. So each one's got like 10 grams of carbs, so it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 grams in there. About 120 of that, just for something a bit different. Should we go a bit more, we'll go 150 grams. There we go, 13, 14, 15, 16, 160 grams of carbs if you want it, something different. Got a really powerful caffeine gel here. This has got 200 milligrams of caffeine, so take that when you want a bit of a boost during the ride. And then in my bottles for the bike and the run, there's going to be a mixture of an electrolyte drink with energy. So we've got this one, the orange hydrator, which has 30 grams, 25 grams of carbs per serving, 1000 milligrams of electrolytes. So really, really good, that one. I think actually it's 663 per serving. So if you want to make it a bit stronger, you can make it, 2.5, like 1.5 servings. But doesn't have any caffeine in, because obviously with the 200 milligram gel and this one also is an electrolyte one, but it has 50 milligrams of caffeine per serving. And I'll probably put 2 servings in a few of these bottles, so I'm going to basically have 100 milligrams of caffeine in 3 of these bottles, plus the 200 milligram gel. It's 500 milligrams throughout the ride and run. Today I think I'll put 3 servings in them, because it's going to be quite a long day. I'm going to be out there for 6 hours, so I'll have some caffeine towards the start, and then I'll have some caffeine towards the end of the bike, which will last for the run. So quite a lot of caffeine, you'll think, but from my experience when I was doing sports science at uni, to get the optimal benefits really of caffeine, you had to take between 3 and 6 milligrams of caffeine per kilo, and obviously weighing nearly 80 kilos, that's basically between 240 and 400 milligrams of caffeine. And then with a half-life of 4 hours, and I'm going to be out there for 6 hours, it does wear off, and you don't want to be getting a caffeine low. So definitely something to bear in mind, because I always see a lot of these people taking 50 milligrams of caffeine, and then they say, oh, but I felt great, It's like a bit of placebo, I think, there, and you're not really going to be maximising the benefits of caffeine. But throughout this ride, carb-wise, I'm not on any kind of strict nutrition plan where I think I've got to have X amount per hour. I kind of just sip at it and just take little bits. I think it's just experience. I've been doing this for like over 10 years now. I've never done a session like this and bonked. So I kind of play it a bit by ear, really. I might not get through all this, I might get through it all, but Tyler, who's filming now, and Phil, powerful pensioner, you might have seen from some of the other videos, are going to be in the car. So I'm going to put a few bottles in the car as well, so I can get some extra. And I've also got this, which is a galacto gel, so it gives you the energy from galactose. It's slow release, so you get it, like, it sustains for a long period of time. And there's 10 servings in this one, which is great. 25 grams of carbs, 200 milligrams of sodium. So if you actually had the whole thing, there's 250 grams of carbs in that. I'll have that in my back pocket, and just every now and again take a little sip. So I've got a mixture of like some solids and some gels and stuff like that throughout the ride. So a bit of everything. And yeah, hopefully it will keep me well fueled, because this session can make or break a race, really. Like, if it goes really well, I find your confidence is absolutely sky high, and you feel like you can win the Ironman, you can do anything really. But if it goes bad, you kind of end up doubting yourself. But you do get a good boost of fitness as well from it, and I feel like it should go pretty well, like with how I've been feeling. I'm interested anyway to see, obviously seeing some of the races that have kicked off so far, Oceanside and Clash Miami, and seeing a lot of athletes doing really well and out there racing. You're kind of really looking forward to doing it yourself, and seeing what you can do. Alright, so that's all the bottles made up. 75 grams of carbs in each one. Probably won't go through it all, but it's better to be prepared than not have it and end up running out. So that would be 450 grams. You've got that, 250 grams, 150 there. Obviously I'm not going to go through all that, it's a crazy amount for a training session, but if you haven't got it and you need it, you're screwed. Also, got a protein bar as well in here, which I'll probably have on the ride, because I think it's good to get some protein in. You know, if you were going for a normal day and you were out for 6 hours, you'd have some protein. You wouldn't just survive on carbs. And obviously it's good for like muscle repair and everything like that. So I'll have some protein as well during the ride. So yeah, that's the nutrition that we'll be taking with us and in the car. We'll see how it goes. If I do go through all that, then I've got some serious problems.
Somebody asked in the questions, do you train your gut for an Ironman, or do you just wing it?
That was Jason Blackwell that said that. And I don't know if you know him personally, but I just remember the name for the comment. I don't really train it specifically. Like, I don't think, I'm going to eat X amount of carbs today to train my gut. But from doing like long, hard training sessions like the one today, you inevitably have to have quite a few carbohydrates to be able to complete the session, because it's quite intense and it's long. So I guess I would probably say you maybe train your gut a bit because of that, but it's not intentional. But if you're an amateur and you don't put in the big training days like that, you may want to do a few in the lead up to an Ironman, because I've heard a lot of people getting gut problems, being sick and everything like that, and that's like the number one excuse or reason I hear people in an Ironman having a bad day. So maybe you want to get used to it before race day, so you know the optimum amount that you can have without having something ruin your day, especially when you've invested a lot of money and time into the training and the race itself. Right, so 2.5 hours in, 89 Ks, just on the second hill effort, and they're going all right. First one was 436 watts for 2.5 minutes, and then this one was 428 for 3 minutes, so pretty good. Headwind on the climbs, but it's probably a good thing because it just makes them last a little bit longer, so you get a bit longer VO2 effort. The next one's the longest one, innit? You know, the one from Sheringham?
Yeah.
What do you think so far? Is it up to your standards? Right.
Exceeded him. Yeah, no, you're going really well.
He's already done a 10k race today, ain't you?
Yeah.
Better never stops.
So Phil, how's training been going?
Yeah, pretty good actually. It's been quite hard, and I've been tired, but I've noticed with the race this morning, so I tapered a bit for 2 days and could sort of hit the decent times I wanted to hit.
What did you do this morning?
The Trace 10k.
Yeah.
Which I won my age group and ran, I think it's 41.17, which on that course I was quite sort of happy with that really.
Yeah, definitely. You said you got some races coming up as well, haven't you?
Yeah, 2 weeks time is the World Duathlon Championships, sprint duathlon, so it's short and sharp, but
yeah, what kind of distances are they?
That's a 5k run and 12 mile bike, and then a 2.5k run, but you've got to hit it all hard and get really good transitions to sort of do well.
Do you practice transitions much? Or?
I have done in the past, but normally you're racing that much, you can sort of, you just get in the swing of it, and I forget what you said there. Yeah,
what kind of time are you looking for?
It's normally just around the hour, just over the hour.
Yeah.
Be decent, all depending on the courses. The one in Ibiza I did in 2018, and managed to get silver there. So I think the route will be pretty similar. The run route will be pretty flat. A slight incline on the bike, so I'm looking forward to it.
What kind of people are you competing with then? Is it like all ages or?
Well, my age group's 65, 69 now, so but that's people from all over the world. So that's normally good competition. It's normally good number in that age group. So
Just finished the last longer effort. 4 hours 12 into the ride, 150 Ks. So a little look at the power. But I did an 18-minute 55 one, 323, 6 minutes easy. Then last 36 minutes, 322 watts. Legs feel like shit. No, feel tired. Cheers.
yeah.
So now it's just a case of cruising to start where we do the run, and then doing that. I think it's probably about 10-12 Ks from here.
There was a headwind coming back on the Fagan Road.
Oh, all the way back, innit?
Yeah, he still looked like he was doing well.
Right, let's get ready. Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes?
5 minutes,
Have you?
less than that.
Do you want to stick your bike in the van?
What's that?
Do you want to put your bike in the
Yeah,
van?
cheers, that's alright. 165K.
Fucking hell.
How many miles is that?
You know what they say, don't you? Cash and checks, mate. So I
Yeah.
can make a deposit on April the 21st. Keep the banks and the
Well,
woodlands
that's
open, I'm fucking coming.
Was that about 5 hours? Until
4 hours,
4
35,
yeah.
35. Ain't of riding time right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Without a cafe stop.
See you gasping.
Yeah.
We didn't even
Fucking
get
hell.
one either.
Might go alright, but it's going to definitely feel grim starting off. There we go. In the comments, write down what you think I'll average for the free 5Ks. It's going to be reasonably working, not killing ourselves, is it, Mark? Because the big day is only 13 days away. But I'll be interested to see what you say. So pause it now and write down your average, what you think I'll average over the course of the free. Hopefully you'll think it'll be a bit quicker than 20 minutes. Got the 50 cent, he's got the Rolex, he's fucking on.
Do you like it? It's nice, isn't it?
Tell the time just like your phone. Only, take, only not as easy.
Oh, right, it's how you
It's
go.
almost as accurate as an iPhone. See you in a bit.
Treat myself with that gift. Buys this I don't
If you guessed 15 minutes something, take a hard look at yourself. Training for a fucking Ironman ain't gonna be that quick.
You also mentioned this is your last big training session before Texas. How important are these big training sessions for you, and how often do you do them?
Well, that's a good question. Yeah, it's the last big one before Texas. I generally wouldn't do a big one with a run off the bike like as intense long run off the bike like that as much. But I would say it is reasonably important. I'd say it's more important at the start of the season when you haven't done any long events or big events as well. As the season goes on, I think they're less important because you might be doing a race every 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and that is basically in long course triathlon, even if it's a half Ironman, is a big day. It's either 4 hours flat out or 8 hours flat out. So you're going to get used to the big days like that. But coming into a race like Texas, for me, it's good to know where my fitness is at and get a sense of what pace I reckon that I could hold on the bike and on the run in an Ironman. So it's important for me at the start of the season, less so as the season goes on. Second rep now, 3:27 for the first K on this one. First 5K was 17:21, so just ticking them off, not really working that hard, just a case of getting the K's in and not killing myself really, making it as easy as I can. 2 5Ks down, 17:21, 17:20, singing along, but J-Lo, Biddy, in their money now, we're having a ball, aren't we Techno? Yeah. So, one more 5K, we're writing the checks, keep that bank open, Woodlands. Saturday banking, we're coming. So, just finished 3x5, 17:21, 17:20, and then last one pushed it a bit harder, last couple of K, because I saw that I could get under an hour for the whole thing, including recovery. So I think that was probably about 17 minutes, like flat, maybe 17:02, I'm not sure because it's going every K, but 3:32 kilometre pace average, including 2 Ks It'll be easy running in between the 5s. So 17k and 59.58 is not bad, is it? Off a 103 mile bike ride. Take that. It felt like comfortable, 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's good.
shape should be
Yeah.
good enough to cause a few problems at Texas. As long, hopefully it's not too hot. Got my top off and it's like 14 degrees, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the colder the better in Texas. So big session done. Thanks to Phil, Mark and Tyler who's filming it for all the help today. And yeah, you'll probably be seeing this with a week to go before race day. So all being well, everything will go well between now and then. This is the last big session, and it's come at the end of a couple of big days as well. Like I think Friday I did like 3 sessions, probably about 5 hours. Yesterday was like 4 sessions, and probably about the same. And then today 6 hours with that.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. It's 16 hours in the last 3 days, finishing it off with this. So when I freshen up, hopefully it should be even better.
Time we swimming?
What time are we swimming? We'll go there now. Get it done quickly. Quick 4k. Lionel Sanders style. Always training hard. Alright guys, I hope you liked the video. That was a big session today. Everything went pretty well. Pleased with the powers on the bike and how it felt, especially as it was coming towards the end of a big training block. That was 16 hours of training at the end of a 3-day period. So obviously to do that bike ride and feel okay with that fatigue in the body was pretty good, and the run afterwards very confident about that, felt super comfortable, and it was a decent pace, so I'm really pleased with where that is. If you've got any questions for future videos, please leave them in the comments below. Tyler has a little look, I have a little look so often, and if we see any good ones we can answer them in future videos. So yeah, keep them coming guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, please ask questions.
Yeah, please ask questions, because that is the bit we struggle with the most, is finding what to actually say over the top of the video. So please don't hesitate, write them in the comment section below.